Hello guys, today's video is going to be about scripting. Scripting of miners that I use and my little bits and tricks I use to mine cryptocurrency. So stay tuned. Before we start to look at the script part, every person that starts to mine, the first thing you have to choose is a miner, and the second thing you have to choose usually is a pool to mine, because it's the most profitable way to mine, especially if you're a small miner, is pool mining. And the first thing you have to do is choose your miner. There are several options. I'm going to talk to the options I've tested and used. I've used T-Rex miner. I had good results. It's very stable. But currently I'm using Gminer, and I figured out it's also very good at the performance and stability. I got very good results. In my case, with my graphic cards, I could get a bit higher hash rate, not much, but a bit higher hash rate with Gminer than with T-Rex. And there's lots of miners you can choose, and you have to remember one thing: depending on the miner you use and the coin that you are mining, you will have a fee to pay. So the developer fee, there's a developer fee on these miners. I'm gonna leave this link in the description below. Here's a display of all the is a table of all the fees that you have to pay. If it's green and red, that means for Nvidia and Team Red, AMD. Some miners only work or on Nvidia in one coin or just on AMD. So you have to look around and do a little bit of your own research. I'm going to leave this links in the description to help you out, guys. And this is actually from two miners. And there's also, I found out this by myself, but later I found in two miners they did a while ago they did a test to see which miner would mine better, and actually for the AMD cards, Team Red miner was the best at that time. I'm not using Team Red miner because I had some issues before with my cards. I don't know, because if the cards were new model and they didn't had any new release, I didn't test anything else. But you can have a look around and see what's the results. Here you can see the Gminer had a bit more of shares sent over the 3-hour period compared with T-Rex, Evermine, LolMine, Phoenix Miner, and NB Miner. And they also did a test for AMD and Nvidia, so we don't say, oh, this is just optimized for AMD, this is just optimized for Nvidia. No, they did a test on both type of cards. This test was not made with the new cards out there. It was a 56, here we are, a 5700 on the oh, we just lost something here, on the AMD. And I don't know the setup on the other one was a GTX 1660 Ti. So this test was made with these cards, but I found out that for my for my RTX, the Gminer performs a bit better than the T-Rex, the ones I was using. Then you have to choose a pool. You have to choose a pool where you want to mine. I'm gonna give you just 3 pools that I usually mine once in a while. You have 2 miners. You can choose to do pool mining or to do solo. I'm not doing solo because it's harder to get a reward if you mine solo. So I choose pool mining. You just have to choose the coin you want to mine: Ethereum Raven, Ethereum Classic, Monero, whatever. You have lots of options here. And I'm going for Ethereum. You do a quick start and this comes out. They come out with a server address, where it's located. Usually choose the best location to you, the closest location to your location, and a bit more at the bottom you're gonna have also, they give you the settings according to the miner that you use. If you use lawn miner, the configuration will be something like this: allminer.exe, algorithm, eth pool, the address of the pool. Remember to replace this with the closest address to your location, either if it's Europe, USA or Asia, and your wallet address, dot the name of your rig or the name of your card if you're mining only on one card. Same for the Gminer, T-Rex and everything else here. So they actually have a pretty good, decent help tips here for everyone. There's also Ethermine, one of the biggest mining pools out there. If you press start mining, you're gonna have the same thing as a new Asia now, Asia 2. There's Asia, you can see here the address, that's the port, there's alternative port, there's also an SSL port. I usually use SSL ports, and I highly recommend you do the same to avoid hacks from attacks like man in the middle. So use SSL port whenever it's available for you and if it's working. And it's about the same. You have here all the options for Gminer and everything else, AMD, NVIDIA, if you want to use Linux, AMD, if you have to use Linux, NVIDIA. So usually the pools provide you with a lot of information. Here's another pool I like to mine on. This is actually the first pool I've started. I really like the interface. I'm a fan of this interface. It's very simple, very easy to use. Just get started. GPU mining. You can even do something, is you place your wallet address here. You choose your miner, and it will literally set up all your config here. You just have to copy this and paste it in a batch file, and you're ready to go. It's easy as this. So you have to place your wallet address, just choose your server. It actually gives you an option for 2 servers. In case one goes down, you'll have the other one as a backup, and it will do the script for you. In this case, Team Red Miner. Let's look at this. It does the stratum, SSL, that's secure, your wallet address, the worker name, again the SSL, another. As you can see, this is from Germany and this one is from Sweden, so this is a backup server. Your wallet address again and the worker name, PX, and that's about it. If I put my wallet address up there, we can actually put the rig here. Let's put RT Rex, and you can see here at the moment it's going to show RT Rex. It will literally configure this for you. It's one of the easiest ways to start mining. And it's very nice, the interface on this one. I really like it. But as I got to know a bit better about this, I started to look at what the miners bring along with them. And there's other options other than this miners, because you can set overclock settings, you can set GPU clocks, max temperatures. You can have a lot of options besides just start to mine and never mind the settings on the GPU. So I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to show you. I'm mining here on one of my 6600 XTs. I'm going to show you here my configuration. It's going to be a bit confusing, but I'm going to explain to you. So first thing, when you set your miner, remember to include the full path of the executable file. So this is actually my folder. I'm gonna show you here my folder. This is Gminer. The version is 2_29. I know there's a newer one, but I'm using this one for now. So remember, there's a miner here. Remember to put the full path for it to work. So first things first, just gonna explain this first here. This is a script. This is a typical Windows script. If you type rem space, this will be commented. This line is commented. So I usually like to put some sort of information here. with the clocks or the memory clocks and the info I get, the mega hash, so I know this script will do more or less something like this. Actually, I'm not doing this clock anymore, but it's a reference for me. So let's go see what we can do with this script. So we have a miner, minus A, that's algorithm, ETH, that's Ethereum, minus SSL1, that's SSL like SSL enable, that's secure socket layer, minus S, which is the server, EU1, Ethermine in this case, .org, the server port, minus U, that's the user. The user is actually your wallet address. So my wallet address, all my wallet address, dot rtrex rig 1 rx 6600 xt lhound. This way I know that this card, because this name will appear on the pool, and I will know that this card is doing this amount of mega hash. And since we don't have only one server, we have two servers. In this case I have a server in Europe and a server in the United States. In case this one goes down, the script will switch to the United States server. Once again, same thing, the server port, this is also SSL, the user address again, the wallet, and the name, which is the same as the other one above. But now I have something here. I have more than one card on my device, on my PC. So I have to choose which card I want this script applies to. In my case, I have several. If I only had one, I wouldn't need to set this. How do I find which card is which? It's a good question. I'm gonna show you. So if you go to the folder of the miner, you press Shift key, press Shift down, right click, and you open PowerShell window here, and it's going to open something like this. You just put miner, see, miner exe. Let me see, it's list devices. Long time I don't do this. I think it's this one. Yeah, it is. So list devices. So I'm using gminer. For gminer, just do /miner --list _ devices, enter, and it will give you a list of all your GPUs installed in this moment on your PC. As you can see, I have a 3080 and 1, 2, 3 6600s. In this case, the script for devices 3 is going to be for my power caller, which is a Hellhound. That's why I give it a name here, Hellhound. And that's the ID GPU 3. That's the ID I want the script to run. Why am I doing a script for each one of these? For one simple reason. If for some sort of reason one card fails, the PC will continue to mine, because each card has its own script. In a small build, it's easy to manage. In a larger scale build, this would be very hard to build, because you need to have one script for each and every one of the cards you have installed. So just to clear that out, that's why I'm running this way. So we have device 3 is my power caller, my Hellhound. When we set this to 1000, the card will not fluctuate as it will usually when you're gaming. So just to explain, this will lock the clock at 1000 megahertz, and it will stay there. This is important, especially on the core, to make it efficient, because the lower the clock, the less power you will be drawing, especially on the GPU clock. The memory clock, the power is not making much of a difference on the power consumption, but on the GPU clock it is. I do set this temp limit. What does this do? Temp limit is if the card reaches, the GPU reaches the temperature of 65, it will stop mining for a few moments, and after it cools down a bit, it will start again. Why do I have this? In case of a fan failure, or both fan failures, I mean, my cards, they all have at least two fans. The 3080 has three, but in case of a fan failure and the card starts to heat up, I don't want it to overheat, so I set this temperature limit so it can stop and then begin again once it gets cooler. And also, I also have the temperature limit. I do use this one. As you can see, this is very high. This is actually the value for my 3080. I don't want the 3080 to go above 94 degrees. The memories on the 3080, the GDDR6X, are rated to go up to 106 degrees centigrade. It's above boiling point. It's very, very hot. But I don't want it to get close to that. So I can usually tune this. I use this more in the summer in case the card goes higher or the temperature of the room gets too hot, and I want to limit it. I prefer to lose some hash power than to burn up the card. And then you have the -L. That's for logging. So when you start the script, it will start to write a log file with this name. What is this useful for? In case you have a problem and you want to investigate what's going on, you can go to the log and see what happened. This is pretty useful if you're having issues with some card. And that's about it. Right now I'm using this one. It's not mining on this. I'm gonna try to start, see if we get everything okay. Just gonna close it. I'm gonna save this file. Okay, just gonna open it. I did. Let's go for Gminer. That's 69. Date modified. This one. Always run as an administrator. Why do you have to run as an administrator? If you don't run this as an administrator, this will not set your core clocks or memory clocks. You say, but I can set this on MSI Afterburner. You are completely right. This is third card. Okay, as you can see now, it's not doing anything. 2300, 1000 on the GPU clock, and 2300 on the memory. But always use this. Always start this as administrator. Just gonna run as administrator. Gonna have a. Let's see. Here, let's took a bit. Here we are. So I'm just gonna pause here. Just gonna show you what happens when we do this. This is Gminer, okay. So I have, as you can see, you can actually read what I have here on the top. The server address, the second server, like a second option, password, the power on, the output, the path for the log file. My GPU, this is GPU 3, as we set here on the devices. Intensity, that's another setting that usually we don't mess up with. The temperature limits, 64 on the GPU and 94 on the memory. And that's about it. And it's already mining at 32.96. It's as easy as this one. If you have any issue, why do you have the pause option here? In case something goes wrong, I'm just gonna stop the script. Control C. Yes, I want to stop it, and it did. In case something goes wrong, the script will stop and wait for you to do a key press before it closes. So if you see that one worker or one GPU is down, when you go to the script page, you will find the errors above. If you don't have the log, you can also have a look at the window. And this is the Ethermine script I use to mine on this card, but I have another one I'm using. I'm going to show you another one. It's a bit more complex. It's actually the one I'm using. I was using now. As you can see, there's like double Why do I have the double? It's like duplicate. I'm going to explain to you why I have this. It's because I was testing overclock settings. As you can see here, I was having issues with some of the cards. My clock on the first one is 1000 and 2300, and the clocks on the other one is 850, 2270. I was having some issues with some cards that I could not run at this memory clock, so I lowered it on the second one. So when this script fails at the bottom, it will run the one this one fails at the top, it will run this one at the bottom. So it will skip to this one and continue to try to mine with lower settings. I did this because I had issues with some 6600 XT until I find the sweet spot for them. I actually have a card that doesn't run this high. This one does, but I have a card that I have to run at much lower clocks. This was a way. When this one fails, you start this one. I hope you enjoy this. I'm thinking in doing I have a bit of more advanced scripts, especially when the driver hangs. I'm gonna do another video where we're gonna add some comments to disable and enable the cards if they hang. I found out that if you go to device manager and disable the card and re-enable it and start the script, the miner again, it will mine. Sometimes it will mine for another 6 hours, then it will hang again. But there's a script to do that automatically, and see if I can do a video about it. And I think it's interesting, and especially for you guys that are using Windows, small miners just like I am. Just started mine a few months ago, and it's been a learning curve, and I've learned a lot from other guys, experienced miners. But this part of the scripting I had to learn for myself. Not many guys are sharing script information, but if you read the pull information, the pulls, they have lots and lots of information here. So if you like my content, remember to subscribe and hit the like and the bell if you want to be notified on my future videos, and I'll see you next time.